Hi everybody, it's Julie with You to Be Healthy, coming to you again today to talk to you about Tuesday tips and health. And I wanted to share with you a little bit of information about our goals of weight loss. And this time of year, most of us are thinking about food, but sometimes somewhere in the back of our head, we're like, after the new year, after the holidays, I'm really going to get serious about losing weight or get fit or train for a marathon or whatever it is that your health goals are. Maybe it's to lower your cholesterol or lower your blood pressure. But those tend to be like sitting in the back burner, and we're going to light that burner once the holidays are over. And the holidays, like the Halloween coming up this week, and in the US Thanksgiving and Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever end of the year celebration you celebrate, all centers around food, right? And we tend to, we try to have a little bit of self-control because it's like Halloween, right? We all go buy the candy, and then the kids find it and they open a bag, and next thing you know, everybody in the house is eating it, and then you got to go buy more candy. Everybody does it. Everybody's thinking about it, and all of us have that in the back of our head, like, what are we going to do come the new year to get healthy? Well, now's the time to plan for it. And I wanted to share with you a little bit about why it's so hard to lose weight, especially this time of year. Because really, if we can just maintain and not gain a turkey, if you know what I'm saying, the weight of a turkey, we're ahead of the game, because most Americans gain 7 to 10 pounds over the holidays starting now. So from the end of October through the end of December, it's very easy for us to gain 7 to 10 pounds or more. And then we end up into the new year kind of dejected and feeling, and then we kind of force ourselves to come up with a plan, and we're real gung-ho for the first few weeks, and then we fall off. But for the majority of us, it's really, really tough to lose weight, especially as we get older. It's also really, it's inconvenient. It can be expensive to try to eat healthy, and really difficult. And come on, let's face it, the results aren't guaranteed. Most diets go by that thread of eat less, exercise more. However, author Gary Taubes, who wrote the book Why We Get Fat and What to Do About It, tells us that this is really a paradox, because the more intensive the exercise, the hungrier we get, right? You ever do that? You go on this really big, hard cardio or whatever weightlifting program, and next thing you know, your appetite's also keeping up. And as a result, you tend to then consume more calories, and you kind of get into this false pretense of, well, I'm working out hard so I can eat more. And then as your body tries to compensate for this energy and the water you lose, it's just going to increase your appetite. And then we fall into that trap of eating more. And it's like, well, why am I not losing weight? Well, you're exercising more, but sometimes your body turns on that hormone to eat more or to drink more. And so we think we're getting away with something when we eat more, because we think we're going to burn it off. And it's just this terrible cycle. And the same concept really applies to the basal metabolic rate, which is the BMR. And that's the rate of which your body burns calories. And everybody has a different rate. When you deprive yourself, though, of calories, like you try to restrict calories, this lowers your burn rate, right? Your BMR will shrink to try to conserve energy needed for the other activities that you do. This is also the reason why people engage in crash diets. Those who do that, they rarely see these results that they're looking for. Yeah, they might, if you go on these really fad diets, you might lose weight, but it's not sustainable. So you're just going to gain it all back and then some. So technically you work hard to stick to your diet, but then your body becomes inefficient at reducing the fat in the process. And you're like, oh, great, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, right? Now, why is my body turning against me? And there was a study at Tufts University where the researchers actually show that people in low-calorie diets only lose approximately 10 pounds within 6 months. Not a lot, but the worst part of it is they regain it back within the year. So, in fact, up to 80% of all dieters regain the weight back in less than 2 years. And oftentimes they gain more than where they started from. So why is losing weight so hard? Well, unfortunately, most of us focus on calorie counting. We think calories in, calories out. If I take in less calories and burn more calories, I'll lose weight, right? In theory, that does work, but it doesn't work for everyone. And another reason it can be hard to lose weight is it's difficult to maintain. Oftentimes, we'll lose the weight like we gain it a little bit at a time. And we're in a society where we want instant gratification. And when we don't see it, we tend to lose our enthusiasm. You oftentimes will do it incorrectly, and we'll feel hungry, we'll feel deprived, we feel like little kids pouting in the corner because we can't have our favorite foods. And then you just throw up your hands a lot of times and give up. And really, diet should be, as we all hear, a lifestyle, and more of a long distance lifestyle, not a sprint marathon, sprint race. We want to do this long marathon to where we're actually eating like this all the time. And there's a guy out in Hollywood. A lot of people know him. A lot of the stars use him to get fit for roles. His name is Harley Pasternak. And he's worked with us on a couple of occasions, helping guide our clients through a healthy weight loss. And he says in his best-selling book, The 5-Factor Diet, that fitness goals should be treated like the marathon instead of a sprint. So in order to achieve this long-lasting weight loss, and that really transforms you, your dietary program should really just focus on making a few simple, small, and attainable goals at a time. So you don't want to start down here and then have your goal up here. Having this goal is up here is great, but don't try to shoot for it all at once. You just need to take these small, simple steps that will get you to your goal. So here's in a nutshell, here's what your diet program should really focus on, okay? Muscle building. I can't stress this enough, especially as we age. It's really, really important to incorporate a strength training program into your exercise. And putting other safe but effective fat metabolizers into the mix. You want a good mixture of weight training, cardio, and just that long distance type of work, maybe taking long hikes, sprints where you might walk for a while and then sprint for like 20 seconds, then walk, catch your breath, and sprint for 20 seconds, that where you're really kind of just doing these short bursts. That burst type of activities are really good. And you want to have a realistic and an enjoyable dietary regimen that you can actually continue doing throughout your life. You can't go from eating cheeseburgers and french fries every day to eating nothing but kale. It's not, if you can get through 24 hours, good, great. But chances are most of us are not going to follow something that harsh of a diet. Plus we have families. I mean, your kids and your spouses, they're going to, have mutiny on board if you try to do too many changes at once. So just small changes over time, incorporate little better habits over time really will stick. And you want a program, there's a lot of programs out there that are fads. Please stay off the fad diets. Keto diets, big. That's just a marketing thing. Really, the key component to your health is the nutritional value of your food, not the ketones in your urine. Any sound program will not follow that. Pretty much the same good diet program for any health condition out there is very simple. You want more fruits and vegetables, a little bit of lean protein, and some good healthy fats, and plenty of water. That is the diabetes diet, that is the lowering the cholesterol diet, that is lowering your blood pressure diet, that is helping to prevent cancer diet. All those diets that are sound and have a lot of research behind them, all incorporate that. Anything outside that box where you're eating tons of fat or eliminating whole food groups or focusing on some weird ingredient is not sound, and that's a fad. Think about it. We all pretty much know what we need to eat. So the other thing a lot of people ask is, well, what about protein shakes? And I'm very, very big on saying, yes, please get your protein, get your protein, get your protein, get your protein. And a shake is not for everyone. I'll be honest with you. It is, I don't believe in living on them. I think too many of us humans want to choose something. And if you're constantly drinking your meals, all your meals, you're going to fall off that wagon. However, most of us do not get the basic nutrition we need, and I highly recommend doing at least one protein shake a day. That is usually sufficient for most people. If you're really intent on losing weight, or have some other health issues that you really need to kind of take a more serious approach, more of a radical approach to your diet and losing weight, maybe it's for an upcoming surgery or something, then I recommend 2 shakes a day. But you know, really for the majority of people, 1 protein shake is a good for you. And a lot of people say, well, does it really make a difference in weight loss? And it really does, when you combine it with the proper exercise. And I wanted to invite you to a webinar that is going to be hosted by Dr. Westcott. He is an authoritative person on protein shakes and some of the benefits of certain like resistance type of exercise. He's developed a lot of programs for that. And let me give you a little information on him. Dr. Wayne Westcott is a director of exercise science at Quincy College in Quincy, Massachusetts. He's been a strength training consultant for the U.S. Navy. He's been the consultant for the U.S. Air Force, the American Council on Exercise, the YMCA of the USA, General Motors, and Nautilus. So he is a very big authoritative on strength training. He has also authored 30 books and published more than 90 peer-reviewed research academic papers. So this man is highly recognized in his field by his peers. And that is something that, if you know anything about the medical field, that is quite an accomplishment. He's also served as an editorial advisor, a reviewer, a writer, for a lot of research and professional trade journals. These were the journals that other doctors read. So he's very highly recommended, and he is actually going to be our guest speaker coming up tomorrow, October 30th, which is a Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and I am extending an invitation to you to come online and watch his webinar for free. Normally, to get into a webinar of his would cost quite a bit of coin, and this is something that we try to put together for everyone and provide these quality speakers so you can learn from him. You're going to learn a lot of good information about resistance exercise, and you're going to learn some information about protein shakes and how to incorporate them into your weight loss goals. All right, so I hope you'll join me. I am going to put a link down to how to register for it. It's free. You just need to save your virtual seat, so to speak. Feel free to share it with anyone that would like to come along, and you can watch it from the comfort of your own home. All right. You guys have a wonderful day. I really appreciate you joining in, and I hope to see you tomorrow night. You guys take care.